Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Police Accountability Show. And remember, when you watch the Police Accountability Show, you agree to being offended, as well as nothing you see on the Police Accountability Show constitutes legal advice. Please contact your local lawyer in your local area. And welcome, everyone, and welcome to another Police Accountability Show. I'm your host, Chad Christophers, and we're here today to talk about whether or not the police should police in the places they live. Should they not? Should they be allowed? Should they not be allowed? And my opinion is they should not be. They should not have the police power in the place they police, or at least should not be assigned to their neighborhood. And why? Because it's too easy for them to be corrupt. They don't need that power in their own neighborhood around their own families. I have lived around cops' kids. It is not good in the areas they protect, and I don't think it should be that way. I grew up around lots of cops in a cop family. I wasn't really in a cop family growing up per se, but related to a lot of police officers and spent a lot of time around police officers when I was a kid. And I went to school with police officers, and I don't think that they should police the exact area. They can police another town, another area. That's where they should be assigned. This is an article that I did find in USA Today. Should police officers be required to live in the cities they patrol? Saying that it gives them, so I get that argument where they care more about their neighborhoods, they care more about their communities, but you can see that no evidence that it actually matters whether they do or not. I believe that they shouldn't be in power in their own neighborhoods. They actually have that in federal agencies here in Canada as well as other countries, where you can't be literally posted to where you grew up in your town with your family and friends in it, because I assume that it's for corruption reasons. We're downtown. There's the sirens as usual. The ambiance of the city, right? And should they be allowed to? And are they required to be there? Isn't really helping anything. Having them live in the community isn't helping, but I don't think they should be policing in the community they're in, because they're going to see people they know. They're going to run into people who their kids know, their kids' parents and families, and they don't want to affect their personal relationships with their friends and families. So it puts them, I believe, in a conflict of interest in those places. So my opinion is they should not police the area they're in, because it's a conflict of interest. They have friends that live in the area, they have family, and if they grew up in the area, they'll know a lot of people, right? Including probably people that weren't that great in their schools. And that goes to another part: when officers know the people, do they still arrest them? If it's one of your high school or elementary school friends and you haven't talked to them in 15 years, but now you're in the position of arresting them or letting them go, do you? So that's where we're also putting officers, I think, in a position where, maybe not so great, where they have to make tough decisions, where they may have to affect their friends or their kids' friends, right? Because if you think about it, what happens if they have to arrest one of their best friends' kids' parents? You know what I mean? So my vote is the police should not be posted in any area they grew up in. There's enough surrounding areas that they could be posted to. They do it federally. That is my belief. What do you think? Do you think the police should be, obligated to police other areas? Should it be against the law for them to actually police the area they grew up in and their friends and family? Tell me what you think in the comments. This has been another Police Accountability Show. Don't work too hard.